Welcome to another deep dive, everybody. Today we're diving into a language that's got some serious staying power, Greek. We're going way past, it's all Greek to me though. Today, you'll learn how this ancient language still has a huge impact on us today.
You know, it's wild when you think about it. What if we could just listen to conversations from thousands of years ago? With Greek, it's not as crazy as it sounds.
Okay, now you've got me really curious. What do you mean?
Well, imagine a language people have spoken for, over 3,400 years.
Wow.
We've got written records of Greek going back millennia. That makes it the oldest recorded living language in the world. We've got a direct line to the thoughts and ideas of ancient times.
That's nuts. I mean, I know Greek is old and everything, but to think about it being used and changing across all those centuries, that's seriously mind-blowing.
Right, to really get how different this is, think about trying to talk to someone speaking 12th century English today.
Yeah, good luck with that.
But with Greek, even though it's changed, someone from way back then could probably still understand the main idea of what we're talking about today.
That really shows how connected Greek speakers feel to their history. But 3,400 years is a long time. Where do we even begin?
Let's go back to the beginning, to Mycenaean Greek.
Okay.
Picture this. Clay tablets,
Oh, wow.
inscribed with a script called Linear B from the 15th century BC. Now that's old school.
Clay tablets, you really can't get more ancient Greece than that. Is that it for ancient Greek, or is there more?
Oh, there's more. We've got ancient Greek too. But ancient Greek wasn't just one thing. Think of it more like a bunch of different dialects. Like the ancient Greek they spoke in Athens was different from what they spoke in Sparta.
So it's kind of like how we have different accents and ways of speaking today.
Exactly.
But how did they go from all those different dialects to having such a huge impact on the world?
Well, that's where Alexander the Great comes in.
Alexander the Great, always up to something, right?
He was all about spreading Koine Greek, which basically means common tongue.
So like the original language influencer?
Yeah, exactly. Koine came from a mix of Ionian and Attic Greek, and because of Alexander the Great's conquests, it quickly spread across the ancient world. This common tongue became kind of like the main language everyone used for trade and diplomacy and sharing ideas across this massive empire.
So cool. But its biggest impact might actually be something a lot of people don't even realize.
You thinking about the New Testament?
You know it. The New Testament was first written in Koine Greek. That means this common tongue was at the heart of early Christianity and went on to influence billions of people over centuries and across continents. Now that's what I call impact.
It really shows how language isn't just about words, you know? It's about the power of ideas to last through time and spread all over the world.
I totally agree. But hold on, how do we get from Koine Greek, the language of emperors and scriptures, to the Greek they speak in Athens today?
It's a super interesting story of evolution, not revolution. Koine Greek didn't just disappear when the Roman Empire showed up. It actually slowly changed into medieval Greek, which is what they spoke in the Eastern Roman or Byzantine Empire. Think of it like a bridge between the ancient world and the modern world.
So that's when we start to see the change from the Greek of Plato to the Greek you'd hear in a cafe in Athens today.
Exactly. And this is where things get really interesting with a thing called diglossia.
Diglossia. What in the world is that?
Don't worry, it's not a disease or anything.
Huh.
Basically, imagine two versions of Greek existing at the same time.
Okay.
One that's really formal and based on ancient Greek. That's the one they used for literature and official stuff. And then there's the other one, a more everyday kind of Greek that people actually spoke on the streets. And that, my friend, is the ancestor of modern Greek.
So it's like this battle between formal Greek and everyday Greek.
Yeah, you could say that. And this went on for centuries. But instead of one winning out, they kind of blended together to create what we know as standard modern Greek. It's this amazing mix of ancient roots and modern speech.
So it's not just a brand new language, but like a continuation, a link to its past.
Exactly. And a lot of modern Greek speakers feel this really strong connection to that history.
It's amazing how a language can make you feel connected to your heritage like that. But Greece's story isn't just about Greece, is it?
No way. Its influence is everywhere, especially in English. And we're not just talking about a few borrowed words here.
I was just thinking that. Even I can see Greek's influence everywhere, and I can barely say hello. What is it about Greek that makes it so powerful, even now?
Well, it's about more than just words. Greek, together with Latin, forms the foundation of scientific and technical vocabulary in languages all over the world.
Whoa, it's like a secret code in the words we use every single day. So learning about a language isn't just about memorizing words. It's like figuring out how people think and how they've shared ideas over time.
You got it. It's all about those aha moments where you see the connections between things that didn't seem connected before. It's about appreciating how language makes us understand the world in a deeper, richer way. And believe me, when it comes to Greek, there are tons of aha moments just waiting to be discovered.
Okay, you've totally got my attention. What are some of those aha moments about Greek that blew your mind?
Well, think about how many science words come from Greek, like how many science fields end with adelegy.
Oh, wow. You're right. Biology, geology, psychology.
Right. And it all comes back to the Greek word logos, which is really interesting because logos can mean different things like word, speech, reason, even study. So biology really just means the study of life. Geology is the study of Earth, like a piece of linguistic DNA in all these different fields.
That's wild. It's like ancient Greek just like snuck into our classrooms without us even knowing.
Yeah. And it really shows how important logic and reason and studying things carefully were to the Greeks. So important that it still affects how we talk about science today.
It makes you wonder what other hidden gems are the words we use every day.
Oh, there are definitely more. But before we go there, I have to share some fun facts about Greek itself. Get ready to be surprised.
Okay, hit me with it. I love a good language surprise.
All right, get this. Ancient Greek writing often didn't even have spaces between words.
Wait, for real? So just one long stream of letters. How did anyone read that?
Yeah, right. They called it scriptio continua. It makes understanding those texts a lot harder, that's for sure.
Oh, man. I'm suddenly very grateful for spaces between my words. Okay, what else you got? Give me another good one.
How about this? In Greek, the question mark is a semicolon?
What? Are you serious? That is just mean.
Yeah.
No wonder learning Greek is so tough. Every sentence will be a guessing game.
Yeah, it definitely keeps things interesting. And you know how you were talking about how much Greek influenced English? Well, it goes both ways.
Wait, what do you mean?
English has had an impact on tons of languages, and Greek is no exception.
Like what? You got to give me more on that one.
Okay, so imagine you're texting your friend in Greece, right? You probably expect them to be writing in Greek letters, but they might actually be writing in, like, the English alphabet. They even have their own version of texting slang. They call it Greeklish.
Greeklish. I love it. I guess some things are universal. It really shows you that even a super old, influential language has to keep up with the times. But it also says a lot about how resilient and adaptable Greek is, right?
Yeah, exactly. Greek might be ancient, but it's still relevant. It's alive and always changing. It's finding new ways to express this crazy modern world we live in.
It makes you realize how powerful language is. Something that's been around for thousands of years still affects how we communicate and see the world today. Yeah. That's pretty awesome when you think about it.
It really is. It shows how deeply connected we are as humans. We want to share our stories and ideas, hopes and dreams through time and across the world.
It really makes you think, what is it that lets a language stick around for centuries, connecting ancient times to today?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I think it shows us something really important about language itself. Like, it's not just about talking to each other. It's how we share what we're thinking, how we connect with people through time, how we learn from what came before us. Every single word has a whole story behind it, a whole journey through history and culture.
Wow, that's a beautiful way to put it.
Oh.
So, as we wrap up our deep dive into Greek, what's the one big thing you want listeners to take away from all of this?
I'd say it's this. Don't underestimate the power of language. It's not just about memorizing a bunch of words and rules. It's about understanding something that's truly human. Our ability to communicate, to share what we know, to keep building on the ideas of the people who came before us. Every word has a story to tell, a journey it's been on through time.
I love that. Every word with a story. I think I'll be thinking about that for a while. So for our listeners who are feeling inspired, how can they keep exploring how Greek has impacted, well, everything?
You don't have to hop on a plane to Greece to find out. Just start looking around. Pay attention to the words you use, the signs you see, even the science-y words you read in articles. You might be surprised by how much Greek is right in front of you.
Like a scavenger hunt for language lovers. Maybe this deep dive will even inspire someone out there to dig out their old Greek textbook or finally download that language learning app.
Yeah. Imagine taking this old language with all its history and everything and like bringing it to life again. Because that's the thing about languages. They never really stop changing. They keep adapting as people change and ideas change and the world changes.
What a great thought to end on. This deep dive has been an amazing journey through the world of the Greek language. Thanks to all of you for listening and for exploring the power of language with us today.